Hi, I'm Vanessa Adams. Thanks so much for your question about how do we aim to maintain Tasmania's pure air quality. So we look after our air quality in much the same way into the future as we do now, and that's to really hold our government accountable for putting in the right measures to regulate our air pollutants. So having the right laws and the right regulations in terms of our industry, but also our individual emissions to really try to keep the amount of particulate entering the air at a minimum. And so that's us using our voices to ask the government to keep doing the right thing and to keep becoming more and more rigorous about their choices around what pollutants and what pollutant levels we find acceptable for different industries. At an individual level, as new options come available that we can put into our own households and routines that remove and reduce our emissions and our pollutants, then the more we can adopt those, the better. So that might be making different choices about our future vehicles as we begin to get ready to buy a new household car, and making choices around trying to choose the lowest emission products available. Now, not everyone will be able to do that, but that's a type of individual choice that we have that we can look after. And then in terms of a changing climate, the thing that will absolutely is predicted to change here in Tasmania and much of the world is the changes in our bushfire conditions. And so there will be a higher predicted amount of bushfire, which means that there will be more particulate entering our air when we're experiencing a bad bushfire. And so we can do things, the government is doing things to try to manage those risks by trying to reduce the risks of fire or being prepared to fight fires as they arise. And individually, we should always be following the bushfire rules, making sure that our households are prepared, but also that we're following the rules around fire ban days. And if there is a bad fire, then we also need to be looking after our indoor air environment so that we can retreat indoors for those periods of time when there's a lot of pollutant in the air, meaning that the air quality is very low. And so if we're exposed to really high pollutants in the air, we might need to make the choice to wear a mask when we go outside so we're not breathing in all of that pollution, or trying to stay inside where the air is cleaner. Hope that answers your question.